haven't done a movie review in like literally a month, which the last one I did was the Minecraft movie because it came out in April. It only seemed appropriate. And I've been wanting to review this movie specifically for a while now. I was just trying to figure out how to fit into my schedule considering all the thumbnails I made. So I've decided to just get it over with so that I can eventually review My Stepmother is an Alien. God, I want to buy that on DVD. I had to watch it on those, a site. But God. Look, okay, quick opinion about My Stepmother's an Alien. It's like a fun bad, but my God, did Dan Aykroyd, like, he needed to be in more rom-com kind of movies. He needed to be a romantic lead more often, because, oh my God. But speaking of romantic movies, today's romantic movie is At First Sight. It's a romantic drama, so it's not a rom-com. It's more like a rom-drum. Is that a word? I don't know. At First Sight is a movie from 1999 that was directed by Irwin Winkler. He's not related to Henry Winkler. I literally checked before doing this video. Anyways, it stars the late Val Kilmer and Mira Sorvino, which I've never heard of her, but apparently she was in Mighty Aphrodite. I've never heard of that. I'm serious. Now, fun fact, At First Sight is actually based on an essay to see and not see. That's fucked up, first of all. Second of all, it's based on this essay, like I said, by, no, it's not by, but it's in neurologist Oliver Sacks's 1995 book, An Anthropologist on Mars, and it was inspired by the true life story of Shirl Jennings. Now, Shirl Jennings was one of a few people in the world to regain his sight after a lifelong blindness, and was, of course, the inspiration for the character of Virgil Adamson, who is the character that Val Kilmer plays. This movie also stars Nathan Lane, but other than that, for famous people, that's kind of about it. Kelly McGillis, who plays Virgil's sister, was in stuff I've never... Well, no, wait, hold on, she was in Top Gun. Never mind, I do know her. But that's besides the point. Oh, wait. I know this dude. That's crazy. That's crazy. I know that guy too. Man, that's crazy, bro. But we're getting distracted. We need to concentrate, alright? We gotta focus. We gotta lock in. We gotta stop looking at stuff. Alright, so let's talk about the production and the reception before we get into my thoughts on the movie, you know what I mean? So in 1997, it was announced that Irwin Winkler was working on To See or Not to See by Steve Levitt based on the story by Oliver Sacks, and initially the project had been set up at Sony Pictures until it was placed into turnaround and was acquired by MGM at the behest of the then MGM president, Michael Nathanson. And then in September of 1997, they announced that Val Kilmer had joined the film, and it was originally going to be titled Sight Unseen, and he was going to play Virgil for like $9 million, which, I mean, that's okay for me, I guess. I don't mind being paid $9 million to be in a movie. I mean, this movie isn't that bad, okay? Don't listen to the reception. Actually, listen to the reception. So, the film holds a rotten rating of 32% on Rotten Tomatoes, based on 38 reviews, with an average rating of 5.4 out of 10. And I know what you're thinking. Why? Well, because the movie, according to some reviewers, it has an interesting premise, but it's too long and conventional. Well, it's a movie, first of all. And second of all, do you want it to be short? It's about a man regaining his eyesight. What did you expect? I mean, look, I can understand why they're saying it's too long, because this movie is like 2 hours, and I only got through half of it, actually. I didn't finish the whole thing. I had to just Google the ending, because I knew I wasn't gonna have time to finish it. Because that's my life, what would I expect? But what do I think of the movie, despite the fact that I've only seen half of it? I know what happens, by the way. I know you guys are gonna come at me in the comments saying I don't know, I shouldn't review this because I don't know what happens. Yeah, I do. He meets a girl, She wants to help him. He helps him. He sees. They fight. He loses his eyesight. And they get back together. And make love in the snow. That's the way it is. But back to what I think. Like, what do I think of the movie? Honestly, and this is probably going to be a weird opinion because a person my age, being like, "Wow, this is a good movie." This is a good movie. I actually was invested. I was interested in the character of Virgil, and I think it's mainly because Val Kilmer he's just a good actor in general. I mean, granted, I really should have gotten into him before he died, but that's a me problem. I did this to myself. I literally watched this movie, I think a couple days after he died. Would I watch the movie again? It depends. I get my mom to watch it, but her attention span's kind of shortened, so, I don't know if she'd be interested. It's hard to get her to like stuff that I like. I've been trying to convince her to watch Righteous Gemstones with me, but currently we're watching Dexter Original Sin, which when I finish that, that's coming. That review's coming. Don't worry about it. That is coming. But does that mean I'll watch Dexter? Maybe. Anyways, thanks for watching the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on the bells to be notified for all my videos. Those post notifications and stuff like that. I've got so many videos. But the next one is exciting. I'm talking about Crybaby Lane. I've always wanted to make a video about Crybaby Lane, and it's finally time. Man, am I excited. I have not done a Lost Media video in a hot minute. Well, not a hot minute, but you know what I mean. I like talking about Lost Media, so honestly, I really would become a Lost Media content creator if I could, but I'm not like those people on YouTube. They do a hell of a lot of research. I just found something that I want to make a video about. Wow, Lost Media, Wikipedia, y'all are great. Y'all are great over there. You guys do the stuff that I can't do because I don't have the brain capacity to do it. They got partially lost Roman history and Lost Media Wiki? What the fuck are they going on over there? Anyways, yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget that when I hit 800, I'm going to Gilligan's Island, baby. That's right, Gilligan's Island. Woo! With Gilligan.